The maintenance bay of Station Kepler 7 hummed with the usual cacophony of repairs and idle chatter. Mira Voss sat cross-legged on a supply crate, methodically cleaning plasma residue from her toolkit. Her long auburn hair, braided in the traditional style of her homeworld, hung past her shoulders, a rare sight among the crew who favored short, practical cuts. She'd grown used to the stairs. Being the only human from Earth, or as the station crew called it, the Deathworld, made her an oddity. Most humanoid species in the galactic consortium hailed from gentler planets, worlds without predators, extreme weather, or the evolutionary pressure cooker that had forged humanity. "Look at all that hair," Kevrin, a tall Valian with iridescent skin, remarked to his companions. "Doesn't she know it's a safety hazard?" His friends snickered. Valians prided themselves on efficiency, and Kevrin served as the informal leader of the maintenance crew. He approached Mira with exaggerated concern. "We really should fix that for you, Deathworlder. Protocol and all." Mira didn't look up. "My hair is secured. Regulation compliant." "Still seems dangerous," Kevrin said, producing a plasma cutter with theatrical flourish. "We're just looking out for you." Before she could react, he activated the tool on its lowest setting and severed her braid in one swift motion. The length of auburn hair tumbled to the deck plating. His crew erupted in laughter. The bay fell silent. Mira slowly stood, her hand moving to the back of her neck where jagged remnants of her braid remained. Her expression didn't change, no anger, no tears. She simply bent down, picked up her severed hair, and looked at Kevrin with eyes that suddenly reminded everyone why Earth was classified as a Class XII hazard world. "On my planet," she said quietly, "we have a saying. An eye for an eye." She paused. "But I think this situation calls for something more proportional." Kevrin's laughter died in his throat. "It was just a joke. Don't be." Myra's fist connected with his mandible before anyone registered movement. The Valian staggered backward, reaching for his communicator, but she was already inside his guard. Years of surviving Earth's gravity, its predators, its very atmosphere had made her dense muscle and fast-twitch reflexes seem supernatural to species from gentler worlds. She grabbed his arm, the one that had held the plasma cutter, and twisted. There was an audible crack as the joint dislocated at an angle Valian physiology never intended. Kevrin's scream pierced the maintenance bay. "Stop! Guards," someone shouted, but Mira had already released him and stepped back, hands raised. Security arrived within minutes, but Commander Thale, the station's head of operations, reviewed the security footage personally before making any judgments. The Raxian officer watched the scene 3 times, her crest flattening in what her species used to express deep thought. "Explain yourself, Voss," Thale said in her quarters an hour later. "My hair held cultural significance," Mira replied evenly. "On Earth, cutting someone's hair without permission is assault. He used a tool designed to cut through starship hulls. If I'd moved wrong, he could have severed my spine." Thale's crest rippled. "And breaking his arm?" "Dislocated," Mira corrected. "It'll heal in a week with proper medical attention. My hair will take 3 years to grow back." She met the commander's gaze. "I showed restraint." The commander was silent for a long moment. She'd served with humans before, understood their capacity for violence when provoked, but also their strict codes about proportionality and justice. "Kevrin will be demoted and reassigned," Thale finally said. "You'll receive a formal reprimand for fighting, but no discharge. However, I'm recommending mandatory cultural sensitivity training for all crew members." She leaned forward. "Do you understand that most species here don't have your reflexes?" "Yes, Commander." "Then help me make them understand why they shouldn't test a Deathworlder's patience." Mira nodded, running her hand through her ruined hair. The message had been sent. In the following weeks, the crew of Kepler 7 gave her respectful distance, not from fear, but from newfound understanding. The girl from the Deathworld had shown them that even the quietest predator has teeth. And she barely used hers.